The next thing you probably want to do is you want to hire an assistant. You're going to have to hire an assistant or a secretary. A lot of people try to skip this step, but you got to remember, guys, hey, you're going at this alone, all right? You don't have a trucking company to back you up. So you want to get an assistant or a secretary. It shouldn't cost you much, but this right here will help you out a whole lot, because trust me, trying to run 5 trucks, you'll get stressed out very, very easily. So guys, hire an assistant or a secretary. You want to hire a support staff also. Support staff is basically, like I said before, you got an assistant, now you want to have a dispatcher. And then you want to throw an accountant just for good measure. Usually that accountant can be an outside service, somebody who has an accountant service. Make sure they deal with trucks also, so they can do your accounting properly. Also, guys, you want to find yourself a mechanic. Matter of fact, you want to do this before you get your trucks. The way I do it, this is my way. I'll approach I'll ask around town or around the trucking, network of, owner operators or small companies, and I'll ask them, hey, who's a decent mechanic in town? You're not trying to find somebody who can fix a truck perfectly. You just want somebody who can, basically, if the truck breaks down, you want somebody who knows how to get a truck up and running like right away, because that right there, that could spell, that could be life or death, for as far as keeping contracts with a shipper or manufacturer. Your truck breakdown, you want to get it back up and running as fast as possible. So go around town, find you that mechanic, ask him what brand of truck that he can work on that has a really fast turnaround, where meaning there's parts everywhere. It's easy to get parts for this certain kind of truck. I'm not gonna say which brand, but just ask him, which truck, that he likes to work on, that he can get up and running like right away. When it comes time to purchase your trucks, this subject, it can go from one end of the spectrum to the other. Some people like new trucks, some people like the older trucks. Me, I kind of fall right in the middle. Me, usually my truck, the years I would mess with as far as trucks, the years would be maybe 4 to 8 years old. I never try to do no more than 8 or 9 years old. The reason for that is that usually with a 6 to 8 year old truck, you can get it for a fairly reasonable price. So when I go to get a loan, say if I found some nice Freightliner Cascadias, say I found them for like $25,000 each, I can go get a loan, commercial loan, for about $100,000, and then I'll have a payment like as if I was paying on one truck, but I'll actually have 4 trucks. So if one was to break down, it wouldn't really affect me so much as if I had one truck that cost $100,000. One truck breaks down, I can keep the other 3 or 4 running. And being that I found a fairly cool mechanic that can get a truck up and going, I can have that truck up in about 2 days and get it right back into the flow. So guys, remember, kind of think hard on this one. I'm not gonna tell you to get an old truck. I'm not gonna tell you to get a new truck. It's pretty much up to you. Make your decision and do your research and make sure you can live with it and be profitable. Learn how to negotiate for your freight rates. Guys, you got to understand, this is a very, very tricky endeavor. A lot of people, when they go into negotiating, I've seen guys make really bad mistakes when it comes to negotiating. They're looking to save money, okay? And if they can trick you into agreeing to a fairly low rate, they'll do it. Okay. That's something you have to understand when it comes to shippers and manufacturers. They're going to use you. They're going to use you like nobody's ever used you before. Okay. And the one thing you need to keep in mind is that you need to let them know that you're aware of what's about to happen. So for the trade-off for using you, you want to be paid for your services, and you want to be paid fairly. So remember, guys, to learn how to negotiate these freight rates. Don't just go in there just saying one flat rate for everything, because they're gonna hold you to it. Okay, I'm gonna give you one example. Say you go in there and you tell them, hey, I'll do everything. They ask you what kind of rate you're thinking about, and if you don't have parameters to your one rate, they're going to pretty much throw the kitchen sink at you. So say their number for hauling freight is maybe $5 or $6 a mile, but if you throw a rate out there for $2.50 or $2 a mile, they've just saved themselves $4 to $5 a mile. And they didn't really have to really twist your arm or negotiate with you. Guys, learn how to negotiate and learn how to build relationships with these shippers and these manufacturers. That's the one thing you want to do. You want to, before you even talk about rates or lanes, you want to talk with them. Take some time and talk with them and figure out exactly what's going on at that shipper or that manufacturer. That way you can pretty much judge exactly which rate to charge them and know what parameters you need to put in place to ensure that you come out ahead at the end of the year when all the dust settles. Because if not, you can easily find yourself locked into a contract where the shipper is going to win at every move. You want to set it up as a win-win situation. Because, you guys, whether you know it or not, once you successfully negotiate a good rate with the shipper, this could go on, this could end up going on for years and years, where you'll have a, nice flow of freight from that shipper. Guys, really, kind of dust off your negotiating skills. Hey guys, if you need more info, go to my website. It's www.model-diamond.org. On there, you'll find links to all the paperwork and sites that you need in order to get yourself off to a successful start. This is pretty much everything you need to get started. Now, will it be perfect? No, it won't. Will it be an easy thing to do? No, it's gonna be fairly hard to get going. There's a lot of waiting in between. There's a lot of stalling, but trust me, once you lay down a nice solid foundation, like the one I showed you, you should be well on your way to having a very, very profitable small fleet. And hopefully, I could see some of you guys build it up, from 5 trucks and up to 100, 200 and beyond. It's not that difficult to do once you guys get started. So, hey guys, roll up your sleeves and, and get ready for a good hard fight. But I can rest assured, if you follow along, you keep at it, keep the tenacity going. And, just stay in the fight. You'll win in the end. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.